Hi guys, and welcome to my first ever review where I will be reviewing NXT TakeOver in Your House 2021. Now, for those who know me, know I love my professional wrestling, and I think that NXT is the best wrestling show in the world. But unfortunately, look, this show just didn't quite cut the mustard for me, and you're about to find out why. So the show starts off with a female singing the In Your House theme song. Good job. I didn't actually know who she was. And then we had our guest host for the night. What's his name again? Todd Pettingill, I think his name is. Apparently he's some radio host guy, something I don't know. But yeah, I don't know who he is. But good luck to you, Todd. So 5 minutes into the match, 5 minutes into the show, and then we get our first match, my apologies. 6-man tag team match with a winner takes all. So we have the tag team champions of MSK teaming with my Aussie boy, Bronson Reed, the North American champion, versus Legado del Fantasma. And as I said, it is a winner take all for all three championships. Straight away, I'm thinking this show makes no sense because, first of all, the North American Championship is a singles title. So why would a singles title be getting defended in a tag team match? And why are the tag team titles, which are meant to be 2-on-2, getting defended in a 6-man tag team match? I don't know, but that's the match. So basically, to sum up this match, well, it was pretty much just a spot fest. Everyone's going at 100 miles an hour, except for when Bronson Reed was a part of the match. He dominated. He looked like $1 million. And the match finishes with Bronson Reed doing a big splash off the top rope, 1, 2, 3, and all the champions retain their titles. And I'm giving this match 1.5 stars. A lot of people may disagree with that because they probably found it very entertaining, but as I said, there was no wrestling involved in the match. It was just basically 5 guys just flying and jumping around the place with one big guy actually trying. So 1.5 stars, not a good start to NXT TakeOver. All right. Okay, now we come on to our very next match, the women's match between Mercedes Martinez and Xia Li. Now, 2 girls that I actually like and 2 girls that know how to work. This match lasted for around 6 to 7 minutes, and the girls were fought on the outside. I believe it was 5 times. So there you go. Almost every minute the match was going onto the outside. Absolutely no wrestling whatsoever. Yeah, terrible match. The match ended with Xia Li kicking Mercedes Martinez in the back of the head, getting a 3 count. There was also a spot there where Xia Li's friend, I forget his name, I don't actually care. He pulled out Mercedes Martinez in front of the referee, no DQ, didn't get sent to the back, so that basically buries the referee, not enforcing the rules. Yeah, just a terrible match, terrible segment. I'm giving the match 1 star, just plain awful. And after the match, Mercedes Martinez attacked them both with a chair. She did try to go after Mei Ying, which is, we sort of don't know much about Mei Ying. She just sort of goes and sits on the stage during Xylee's matches, and there was a bit of a confrontation between the two, which led to Mercedes Martinez getting laid out. So we'll see what happens there. But again, that was just so terrible. I didn't enjoy it, and even my review of that was pretty awful. But what can you do? It can only be as good as the content that you're given. Oh dear. So what do we move on to now? Oh dear. We move on to the ladder match between Cameron Grimes and LA Knight for the $1 Million Championship. So for those who don't know, the $1 Million Championship was made famous by the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, which has now been brought back to carry on the $1 Million Man's legacy. So we start off with Ted DiBiase and his security guards bringing the championship down to the ring, and the match starts. And as I said, it is going to be a ladder match. So again, no wrestling. So the two guys start off by grappling each other and having a bit of a fight. So at least it actually looked like they were trying for a little while. But then, of course, as expected, we get all the ladder spots. We go outside. We get them both going into the barricades, going up the ladders, getting pushed off the ladders. There was even a spot there where Cameron Grimes got pushed off a ladder on the outside. He jumps onto a post or some kind of stage equipment, climbs up that and dives onto LA Knight. That was pretty fun. The match ends with Cameron Grimes climbing the ladder inside. He's going for the title, and then LA Knight, he lifts up the ladder. Grimes falls outside the ring and onto another ladder, and LA Knight climbs the inside ladder, takes the title, and he is now carrying on the legacy of the $1 Million Man, LA Knight. And that is just a fact of life. But all in all, though, it was pretty entertaining, even though I still want to see some wrestling. So, look, I'm going to give it 3 stars. All right? That's pretty respectable. And, well, the next match is for the NXT Women's Championship between the champion Raquel Gonzalez and the challenger Ember Moon. Again, now 2 ladies who know how to work. So I was expecting a decent match between those two, and look, it was decent. We actually saw some wrestling holds. Look, they did go on the outside here and there, so I wasn't too happy about that. But they did try. They put on a decent match. Dakota Kai got involved here and there until Chelsea Blackheart came down and chased her away. And the match finished off with Raquel Gonzalez giving her slam to Ember Moon for the 3 count. So, look, it was about a 15-minute match, back and forth, a mixture of wrestling holds, high flying, hard hits. I think it was worth a decent 3 stars. So, I'm going to give that a pass mark, considering that the show's been pretty average so far, to say the least. But now we move on to the main event. And again, not much wrestling going on here. We have a fatal 5-way. 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 So the champion Karrion Kross defending against Adam Cole, Kylie O'Reilly, Pete Dunne, and Johnny Gargano. Now, look, all 5 of these guys know how to wrestle. They know how to put on a good show. I just can't believe that they booked the main event like this. Because you cannot have a wrestling match with 5 guys. But we'll talk about it It was basically just a spot fest. Everyone taking turns of fighting Cross until Johnny Gargano and Collie O'Reilly go and put him through the door on the stage of the In Your House set. That was probably going to happen. I was expecting that, but it was pretty cool though, nevertheless. But everyone took their turns at the start of the match fighting Karrion Kross. He looked dominant. He's awesome. Everyone just did spots and moves to each other for quite a while, which is all that we can expect from a match like this. The match finished off with Karrion Kross choking out Collie O'Reilly for the win, and he is still your champion, as expected. Now, the show wasn't quite over after this, so we go to backstage. General Manager William Regal is leaving the building and is interviewed, and he's talking about all the chaos we had during the show. So we had multiple backstage brawls. He couldn't control them. And he basically said he's been the general manager for 7 years and he thinks it's time for a change. And that's the end of the show. So we get left with a bit of a cliffhanger there. And for those who have been keeping up on the internet knows that apparently Triple H has re-signed Samoa Joe back to the NXT brand after he was released from the main roster. So who knows? Maybe Samoa Joe could become the next general manager of NXT, which would be pretty cool. But we'll see what happens anyway. So that's my review of NXT. By the way, the main event I'm also going to give 3 stars. Look, it was okay for what it was, but nothing special. So the show as a whole, I'm going to give 2.5 stars, unfortunately. A very poor show by NXT standards. As I said, the best show in the world, in my opinion, is NXT, but this one just didn't deliver. But there's always next time, and as I said, this is my first review, so you may as well start off with the worst review, right? Anyway, that's it from me, guys. I'm going to go. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time for my next review. Bye.